Imagine buying your dream home only to discover a terrifying secret lurking within its walls. That's exactly what happened to one family in America, whose story is so bizarre it sounds like it's straight out of a horror movie. But this isn't fiction. This is the chilling true story of the house that was declared unlivable for a reason you'd never, ever guess. So, let's set the scene. A happy family finds what they believe is the perfect house. It's in a great neighborhood, has a big yard for the kids, and seems to check all the boxes. They move in, excited to start their new life. But soon, strange things begin to happen. Start subtly. They notice an unusual, sweet, and slightly metallic smell that they just can't place. They clean the house from top to bottom, but the smell persists, sometimes getting stronger, especially in the basement. Then, things get weirder. The family starts feeling unwell. They experience persistent headaches, dizziness, and a strange tingling sensation in their hands and feet. The children, who were once energetic, become lethargic and complain of constant nausea. At first, they blame it on the stress of moving, or maybe a new type of pollen in the air. They go to doctors, but no one can pinpoint the cause. The symptoms are vague, and tests come back normal. The family is left confused and increasingly worried. As weeks turn into months, the situation escalates. They start hearing faint buzzing sounds at night, almost like an electrical hum, but they can't find the source. Their pets begin to act erratically. The family dog, once playful, now whines and refuses to go into certain rooms. Their cat hides for hours on end. The parents are at their wits' end. Is there a gas leak? Is there some kind of mold? They hire inspectors to check for everything imaginable: carbon monoxide, radon, toxic black mold. Every single test comes back negative. The mystery deepens and the family's health continues to decline. The mother starts experiencing memory problems, forgetting simple things. The father's dizziness gets so bad he can barely stand up straight some days. They feel like they're slowly being poisoned in their own home. But by what? The fear and uncertainty are tearing them apart. They start to wonder if they're imagining it all, if maybe the stress has gotten to them. But the physical symptoms are very real. Desperate for answers, they start doing their own investigation. They talk to neighbors, asking if they've experienced anything similar. No one has. They dig into the history of the house, looking for clues. Was there a chemical spill on the property years ago? Was the house built on some kind of contaminated land? Again, nothing. It's a complete dead end. The house looks perfectly normal, but it feels like a place of unseen danger. The turning point comes when a visiting relative, an electrical engineer, stays with them for a weekend. After just one night, he wakes up feeling dizzy and with a splitting headache. The same symptoms the family has been enduring for months. But unlike them, he notices something they had overlooked. He notices the persistent, low-frequency hum. Using his professional knowledge, he becomes suspicious. He brings in some specialized equipment from his work, tools designed to measure electromagnetic fields, or EMFs. And what he discovers is absolutely shocking. The EMF readings in the house are off the charts. We're not talking about the normal low levels you get from your Wi-Fi router or microwave. The levels in this house are astronomically high, particularly in the bedrooms and the basement. They are so high, in fact, that they are well into a range known to be hazardous to human health. The family had been living in a giant, invisible microwave. But where was it coming from? The source wasn't inside the house. The engineer traces the highest readings to one side of the property, pointing directly toward the ground. After more investigation and consulting with utility companies, the terrifying source is finally revealed. Buried deep underground, running directly beneath the house, was a massive, high-voltage power line that was improperly shielded and had been leaking massive amounts of electromagnetic radiation directly into their home. It wasn't on any public property maps because it was part of an old, forgotten underground grid. The family had been slowly getting sick from constant, long-term exposure to extreme levels of EMF radiation, the sweet, metallic smell they noticed. That's a phenomenon known as ozone generation, which can happen around high-voltage electrical fields. The headaches, the dizziness, the nausea, the neurological symptoms all are consistent with what scientists call electromagnetic hypersensitivity. When they presented this evidence to the city and a team of environmental health experts, the verdict was swift and terrifying. The house was declared officially unlivable. The levels of radiation were so severe that no amount of shielding could make it safe for human habitation. The family was forced to abandon their dream home, leaving almost everything behind, as many of their belongings were now permeated with this invisible energy. Their story serves as a horrifying reminder that the most terrifying threats are often the ones we cannot see. This wasn't a ghost or a monster. It was a silent, invisible poison emanating from the very ground their home was built on. They lost their home, their savings, and their health was severely impacted, all because of a forgotten piece of infrastructure buried beneath their feet. Health officials have since used this case to raise awareness about the potential dangers of electromagnetic fields and the importance of thorough property checks that go beyond the standard inspection. While the family eventually recovered their health after moving away, the psychological scars of their ordeal remained. They had lived a real-life horror story where the monster was invisible, silent, and all around them. So next time you hear a strange buzz in your home or feel inexplicably unwell, maybe it's not just in your head. The story of this house proves that sometimes the most unimaginable dangers are the most real. Thanks for watching. If you found this story as chilling as I did, hit that like button and subscribe for more unbelievable true stories. Stay safe out there.